folks, Self-Servant 5 here, bringing you another day of Vampyr. Today marks our continuation of the Blood playthrough, where we are trying to turn all sections hostile. We came back to Whitechapel. I did a lot of the side quests last time. We'll hope to get through a lot more of the story today, although I know there's a lot of Whitechapel missions we'll be working on at the same time. We'll also try to take our second victim today, Cadigan Bates, the shady landlord of Whitechapel. We thought he'd be safe here, but I'm hungry. And when I'm hungry, nothing will stand in my way.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. No one can help me. Not even you.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard of her?
Funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. The woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
The word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migraine.
Oh, they are both level 1. I did not realize that. Oh, but he has a migraine, so I don't want to do it just yet. Gotta get that extra XP.
Nothing to say, man.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that you love.
Not since the death of my wife. Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben.
Tell me your troubles,
You
sir.
could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Get a grip!
What about those we left behind, face down in the mud? You want to change places with them? You cannot waste your chance at life this way.
It's not that simple. I wouldn't have expected you to understand.
Uh-oh. I think I just pissed him
I
off.
spoke to you in the first place.
Yep, pissed him off. Well, we're not getting all the experience with him.
I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Pissed him off. Well, shoot. Maybe we should just eat him now.
A gun?
Alright, let's meet some new people and find our way around.
This elixir will give you...
Yeah, I'm not wasting my money on her elixir this
I'm
time.
interested in a miracle.
Actually,
Then you have come to the right place.
oh, really?
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I'd like to see what kind
I don't think she has anything useful. Nope. Ooh, I've got 4 wedding rings. Sell. Gravedigger that I am.
Good evening.
Let's level you up.
Tell me, who...
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
I bet they do, and you're abusing them.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadigan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Ah, our lucky target of the day.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane?
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Goodbye, miss.
Oh, I think this is the way to the West End. Yeah, and it's locked? Yeah, this is the locked door. Alright. Alright.
As long as you have the money.
That just sounds wrong. As long as you have the money. Well, hello, sir. You look like you're suffering from a cold.
Good evening,
I have
sir.
just the remedy from
Do you
that.
remember?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
Doctor? Whitechapel, what an opportunity. My name's Bates, Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
I
Not
bet
me.
he does.
Your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Thank her.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Wow.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
We'll give you the medicine.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Oh, there's a price. A very high price to pay.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, saved lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swanborough shit.
It's unusual.
Why should I be sad now?
We'll
There've
make
always
you
been
very
wars,
happy
disease,
very
tragedy.
shortly.
There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary.
Hey, Vicky, how are you?
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency.
I hear life has been a little strange for you lately. Ooh!
I don't approve of your actions, but I know very little about this borough other than its reputation. There are always necessary evils.
Evil. That's one way to think about it. You had more smarts than all these immigrants.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing...
Pretty good, pretty good.
People are just beginning
Gonna be
to
even
discover
better
what we've
soon.
always known.
I've been very
It's
hungry
rotten to the
lately,
core.
and I need to feed.
They've got it time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
And I think
People are
I
acting
will
like
do the world a
violence is
favor.
news. But there's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
Do the world a real big favor.
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadigan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
We'll be back to you in a moment.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. Made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you.
Oh, come on. Who's got the quote I need for
Looking
him?
for Dorothy? Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
Wow. Well, speaking of things in your one's pocket, I think we're hungry. Time to get rid of the deplorables of London. I'm doing this world a favor. I have this hunger that rats just cannot fill. Goodbye, fool.
Was I that evil to deserve such punishment? My only regret was that no one will mourn me. For I have never been loved.
You didn't deserve love. You called everyone else deplorable, but you yourself was the most deplorable. And now, the world will be a better place without you. He died regretting his lack of loved ones. Wow, it actually gives a full story about them. That's kind of funny. Many tenants had to sell themselves just to keep for their mediocre shelters. Of course, Mr. Bates presented himself as a facilitator for such methods. He fished for most of these lost souls in North Dorothy Crane's dispensary, selecting his future residents by the color of their skin and their difficulty in handling the language. He made no secret of his profound racism. The scows that had attempted to kill him were former tenants, driven by the urge to avenge themselves and end their existence of their wretched landlord. Clear understanding about the villainy of his actions and the hatred for people had for him. He died regretting his lack of loved ones. See if this one has anything good. 30-year-old male, low life with no consideration for other human beings, save perhaps his wife Edwina. He was the leader of the Wet Boot Boys, one of the toughest gangs of the East End docks. The gang imposing rules were only meant for outsider, and Mr. Cox himself owned a black market that now plagues the district. As tough as he was selfish, Mr. Cox seemed to consider all human beings as prey, victims, or tools. He considered Edwina to be his female counterpart. She was the only woman he ever respected, maybe because she was the only one who ever dared oppose him. She was absent from his last thoughts, though, as Mr. Cox was too busy cursing the world as I killed him. Ah, glorious. Glorious blood!
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now, goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical report says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Wow, there were 5 shillings inside. Bingo.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
I just need to keep Whitechapel alive long enough for the Braille guy to get his 4 things to read. I think this is also going towards the West End. Oh, that's around the backside. I see, I see. Okay. There's our new batch of people to talk to.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Welcome, sir. Please, take a breath.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk.
My eyes are starting to get really bloodshot now that I've drank my second victim, let me tell you.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Sure, blame the migrants.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Ah, wait. Is that all the hints I need for her? Nope, still need 2 more. But like I said, we don't want to eat her yet, because if we eat her, we'll have no chance of getting those drugs. Unfortunately. And I don't want to ruin Whitechapel
As
yet.
a merchant, You see Whitechapel every day.
The docks I don't
Notice
care about,
anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you
but
mean
Whitechapel I
besides the
do.
epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Scowls.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Yeah, it's not like you slept with his wife or anything.
Right then. Show me what...
Give me more of my weapons stuff. Tiny handles. Common handles. And we'll get the good handles while we're here. Mr. Peterson, how's it going?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Oh! Cadigan Bates was talking about hiring the Colossus. That must be him.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Oh, good grief. They're both decent XP. Maybe I should wait to destroy Whitechapel at level 4.
I want, but sometimes even more. Now sod off.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Oh, I look at their back of their neck.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Miss...
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never... Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life.
I think I said despair the last time.
But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, haven't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody will be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
Goodbye.
How do I find out about his son, or do I just knock on the door?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Let me in!
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me. Okay. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Now, if I recall, there is a collectible in this building.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Oh, it's on the list. I don't know if I want to eat him. He's very depressed. Especially not right now. I definitely don't want to eat him right now. Mr. Peterson will probably go crazy.
Locked, all right.
Wait, did I read this before? I must thank you for the time spent over office, spending the difficulty of the situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife, but it's my duty to point out the policy of our company, which reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your fortunate connections with the ill-famed Wet Boot Boys have been duly noted. These are high time, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we make about conduct about our future employees. He was trying to go honest and couldn't. Yeah, there's the professional vampire hunter collectible, which was the one that said, don't go after the vampires, let the professional pre-win do it.
Even my dream.
Alright, Mr. Depressing.
May I ask you a few questions?
I know life happens. I struggle with depression at times myself.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitehall.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I'm sure your father did his best when he found this house. Times are tough for everyone, young man.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
Oh, what's even scarier are the things you could let into your house.
The living, I'm afraid of.
Forgive my bluntness, young man.
Why should I?
I'm sure your father...
That's exactly...
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day. I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
My father's an idiot.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried?
I don't go out often, but yeah.
We know the reason he's upset from the first playthrough.
Dad always says that he joined that gang for my...
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest
I don't think I got
job?
that document before.
Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Goodbye, young.
Is there only...
Joe, you're a terrible father.
You again?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in...
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jack.
Since the criminal nature of your...
No one will ever take my son away from me.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
That didn't really solve anything. Oh, look, the hooker. And that was the nice word I could have used. I could have used another word. She's a woman of the night, if you know what I mean. How dare you burn me?
Snap it, Leech! Killing's all you deserve.
Oh gosh, the pepper spray! You're right, I am too strong. Run! Wait, was that the guy from earlier? He still was alive? Oh my gosh. Really gotta check these bodies before I kill them, before I turn away from them. Hey there, big boy. Fall into the abyss. shame you let your guard down, werewolf. Used hatchet is ours. And where's this package? Seriously, where's this package? I don't think it was out there. Alright, let's find out. Double play! Oh yeah, they're gonna regret that. And now... it looks like it's supposed to be right in here. I just can't... wait, it says it's below me. Is there a box over here? No. 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 I remember there being a second beast out there just for extra experience. Money. Where on earth is this item? Alright, you need to die real quick. All too easy. Ooh, lead plates. I think this is where the scowls were. Where are you, you stupid box? Ah!
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
Well, we gave it to Barrett Lewis the last time, so I think we need to talk to Joe. Plus, I think that already levels up Barrett. Yep, he's already maxed. As Mr. Peterson kills Barrett, and we don't get his sweet, sweet XP.
You again?
I think the documents in this box could be of some interest to you.
Really? Where'd you get it?
I found it in an abandoned building nearby. I thought you might want to keep these letters.
Let me see. Ah, letters about my boy. Thank you, sir.
You do not appear surprised or pained by this.
Surprised about what? Harry's my son, I'm his father, and that's all there is to know, don't you think?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Here's a little something for your trouble. And to remind you to keep your mouth shut about all this.
Wow.
Goodbye, Mr.
I think he gave me less than the other one did.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. only pain and suffering.
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you remember when Barrett...
Not really. Why are you... Because it hurts to remember a time.
How was he?
He was nice, I guess.
Oh, just tell him. Just tell him.
Goodbye, young. So,
I'm not bothered.
Okay, I thought I just went for the door.
Is there only pain and suffering?
you never... Barrett, you had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I love that.
She's the only
Yelling
woman I
that. Joe's standing right there.
that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born.
Did you ever try?
Never.
Like I said, we already did this the last time. But it does raise their XP.
Troubles him?
Despite being his father's son.
Or it does nothing. Come on!
Goodbye.
I think the priest gives us his mission now.
Forgive me.
Do not
I am Dr.
Assad?
Do you know Nurse?
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than...
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get in.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose...
As a doctor,
what do you mean?
the beast.
Really?
We must fight the disease.
What is left?
Cleansing.
He's all about burning the city.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing?
God will recognize his own.
Purification by fire has proved useful.
This is all about him wanting to burn London.
Burn the clothes?
Your lack of faith is...
You're mad. And dangerous.
My son, if you...
Joseph, a fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St...
And then he tells us that he sent a vicar over to the one cemetery.
Have you any...
No.
You sent him on some...
As a...
Where did you...
And that's going to be the mission that we get to go to the cemetery. So now we got that.
I have heard enough.
Ah, Mr. Darby.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, I'm new.
Dr. Reed, the famous sir.
Why are the news...
There's a war going.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge.
He says about omitting the epidemic from the papers so that nobody freaks out.
War. They're just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Have you any idea?
I've had to run.
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
What is a
Good. We don't want you to die. Not yet.
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go.
to inform the country.
Wow, you're a level 4.
So you risk your life to...
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many...
That's quite on.
Not at all, sir.
My goodness. I really do think I have to wipe out Whitechapel in Chapter 4.
I heard you're...
Or not Chapter 4, but when I'm level 4.
Not much, I'm afraid.
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a...
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out.
And then he tells us...
No. A few days
Then he tells us about him ripping up his letter. Alright, so that should get us the information we need about that.
Goodbye.
Excellent. Let's go around the back of the church and talk to the poet. If I recall, there's usually scowls back here at the same time. Hi boys, I'm feeding here. Hey, I said I'm feeding here! Leave me alone. Ah, fresh blood. The elixir of life and bringer of death. Hello, Sir Poet. Give me a few rhymes.
I'm Dr. Reed. Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
You're saying it's a better place because people have died?
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Apparently he's fighting a cold.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Hey, he's got a point there.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposures.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Wow, you're assuming a lot. Maybe I'm just here for your blood.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Camelia's a vampire, isn't she? Watch me not be able to, like, drain her blood.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But, will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged.
I think somebody, when they were writing his script, had a little too much fun with poetry.
And what about
or hung out at a beatnik club.
Yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about. And that's what Whitechapel is made of.
May I ask you...
Extraordinary part of town.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious.
Oh, you're no help, then.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Till I get more info out of you. Hello. I don't think I found this the last time either. Dear Mr. Nethercott, thank you for your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found as interesting and profound as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times of our country is facing, you must understand that such title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title and demand full publication or none of your work, I'm sorry to announce that Sycophant Publishing chose the second option. Really?
Good evening.
And good evening.
You tried to publish a book and it didn't work.
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Aww.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
I don't have medicine yet. Alright.
I'll leave you.
You look like you have 2,400 for me, but I gotta get to level 3. Wait, that's the way I think we came in. Ooh! Let's do this real quick. I should be able to get to Mason. Wow! He took that one fierce! Uh-oh! Was not expecting one of them already. Take this, Rev. And nail. Very beautiful.
Stuns me with his crucifix. This is not good news.
Man, I didn't expect to see one of them already. I recall Mason is this way. We can finally do we can start the braille texts now. And of course I'm under-leveled here. Oh great, teleporter! Heal! No! I was hoping to line them up. Uh-oh! I just want to get these braille texts read! Fortunately, they're now better lined up, so I can do that spear attack. Alright, I need blood. Thank you for the donation. I got a little dicey there. Doing side quests gets you murdered. Excuse me, sir. I know you're in there because I can see your blood. Can I come in?
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor inquiring about the epidemic. May I come in?
A doctor, you say? No, thank you.
Oh, great. I can't even do this yet.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
Ugh, all that hassle for no reason. Well, we got a little bit of experience. Uh-oh, we got company. Let's go this way. Back to our main story. So we know that the mute is leading people to Dr. Crane. And there's his ripped-up letter about Romania.
Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl on the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
I'm here to eat you. Since I think she's, yeah, level 5. Jeez. Oh, they really want to tempt you to not kill anyone in Whitechapel yet.
I understand. He is quite fond of it. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
You don't want to show your fangs, do you?
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been. Very well.
Alright, I think we haven't talked to the hooker yet. We got the blind guy that I can't talk to. She's in the cemetery. Yeah, we just need the prostitute. Where'd she go? And I know that sentence came out wrong about needing a prostitute. But I know she's a prostitute. What's up here? What's the point for coming up there? That's weird. There she is. Well, that's awkward. The awkward sound of loading.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you were selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Ugh. Oh.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
When it needs to load in conversation, I can't skip lines.
Do you know Nurse
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crashonescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work.
I'm just interested that you keep your neck clean.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Wow.
Christina, have you been...
I don't like doctors.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Wish I could find out why she needs money.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Goodbye, mister.
Where did Mr. Darby go? Because I'm curious if he's got any intel on her. Where did the reporter go? I'm gonna go this way real quick just to open the gate. Where? There you are.
Good evening, Doctor.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Goodbye, man.
That didn't help us at all with Miss Popa. Popa? Christina. Alright. So we do have the one that requires us to go to the cemetery, but I'm gonna go there after we deal with Dorothy, since that'll send us back to Pembroke anyways.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again.
Let's have a talk. Man to man.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
That was like a very easy talking my way out of something. And then I steal 5 shillings from him. And his bottle of cheap gin. And this collectible, which we already read before. That's the one that tells us about the Volgans, which go by many names. Thank you for your large pills while we're here, too. And these 10 shillings. I'm sorry, sir. Do you want me to stop stealing from you?
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
Take care, Vicky.
Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from...
And he's got bronchitis. Wait, I'm already leveled up with him? Well, if that's the case... Although he might have things for the other people.
His real name is not Crane.
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania.
Now, I find this very interesting that Romania was in such disarray that people were going to England.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our
I swear she's a
leaflets.
vamp. I swear she's a vamp.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man, for sure, but a very poor writer.
Tell me everything.
I do not...
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes. His manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Do you have any fact?
We know that about him and his family there.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Oh, don't worry. You won't be seeing any threats pretty soon. Just not in this chapter, because if I ruin Whitechapel early, I think it ruins the Braille quest. Wait, before we go. There's 2 gates here I can unlock, so I never have to talk to him unless I want to embrace him. So let's do that. The one way to get out of the being invited into a house. Open the back door. Now, excuse me while I steal all your drugs, Nurse Crane. You're lucky I need you to stay alive for the time being. It's not a drink he wants. Oh, it's not a drink at all. That's us learning about her sister. I think we have everything we need from her. Yep, her health is optimized. The only problem is, we try to kill her now, Whitechapel's doomed. We need her alive, and I need her drug recipes. So unfortunately, as much as I want to do the different option, we can't do it right now.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration. But he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
In we go!
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see.
Too much blood. I must feed!
Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Okay, so this thing pretty much happens the same way no matter what.
How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along? We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
You're a butcher, sir. A sick and heartless butcher.
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
And now, we must talk.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
It's locked, all right.
You're right. We're not here to talk bedside manner. We're here to let you live, unfortunately.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Give me your medication.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
No. I'm ending this right now! I wish. Apparently charming her is going to be just as bad because she will resist losing all her memories since you're so young at trying to make her be charmed. So either way, either of those two options is going to screw Whitechapel. So I'm sparing her. Plus, I need her. I need Whitechapel still to be alive for collectibles. Unfortunately.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment.
How is she not freaked out by his eyes?
I'll pay good coin.
Look at those eyes! Those eyes scream vampire!
To help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
For now. Yay! Level 2. We'll deal with her later.
This one stinks already.
Surprise! Leeches be crazy. Especially leeches who know their powers. Hi, boys. How's it going? You know, it'd be a real shame if somebody tried to stab two of you in the back. You couldn't have lined that up any better for me, could you? Well, if you want vermin to die, I guess that includes you. So long. So sorry, boys. Okay, where's the other way to my base? Seriously, where's the other way to my base? Whitechapel will live, for now. But eventually, they will suffer. There we go, that way. Oh, I can't sleep yet. I should probably heal these people first. Since if you don't heal people, their diseases get worse. I'll take some large box of pills. Keep getting bullets, but I don't know if I'm going to actually use bullets on this playthrough. I mean, I might use guns on bosses. Alright. Nobody here yet. Back to our base. Let's see what medication we need to level these guys up. I know there's a few people with headaches. I think it's okay for me to sleep, though, because I know Samuel is pretty much screwed. Alright. Oh, yeah, I guess it helps if I actually look at what's needed. Let's see. Headache medication, which I don't have yet. Still need that fatigue. Migraine, which I don't have yet. I can't even talk to him yet. Bronchitis. Cold. Migraine can't do yet. 2 fatigues. 3 fatigues. So 4 fatigue. A bronchitis and a cold. I think that should be good. Okay, 3 fatigues. Oh, wait, real quick. Dismantle. Wow. Cadigan Bates really didn't have anything of worth on him. Alright. 4 fatigues. 1 cold. 1 bronchitis. And now, let's go heal people before we take a nap. That way they're going to heal themselves. The district will suffer a little bit with Cadigan Bates killed, but it shouldn't suffer enough that I'll lose out on the district yet. Especially since she's still alive. Plus, I really feel like nothing should happen because everyone doesn't like Cadigan, since he's exploiting people. At least I would personally think that nobody's going to be sad to see an evil landlord dead. Come on, load times. All right. Time to make some doctor visits. Alright, Harry, the 2 of them, Mr. Petrescu, Richard's behind the cemetery. Okay. Where are we relative to... Okay. So we should be near where, yeah, her.
This has been proven by many. Even flu is no...
Wrong way. Scamming the poor to give them quote-unquote medication. Mr. Petrescu, I hear you have some bronchitis.
Hello, Mr.
Hello, Doctor. Yes?
Do you need some...
I am very tired.
Well, I think you do.
Free drugs from an English...
Oh yeah, free drugs. All to make your experience 2000. Like I said, though, I'm pretty sure if I eat him, Nurse Crane's going to be very upset with me. She'll put 2 and 2 together. Because it would have to be somebody he trusted, let in, since there was no struggle at the door. Pretty much I'll take him out when I take her out. Northwest? Northeast, that's what I did wrong. There we go. I just took the wrong path.
Good evening, Harry.
Sure.
Hi, Harry.
My dreams are soaked with gloom.
Stop being gloomy. Have some meds.
I'm not bothered.
Do you need any...
Yes, I did.
You'll
Oh, no.
Goodbye.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Alright. And the 2 of them are struggling with fatigue.
Good evening.
Change.
And with her being Romanian, they do play off of the Transylvania accent, I feel.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Potter?
It depends.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to...
Now trust me and tell me why you need the money.
Goodbye.
I will get your secrets. And when I do,
I'm supposed to interview.
you will regret it.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Dark.
And now everyone's doing so much better on experience. We will keep Whitechapel alive. To watch it fall. I think Mr. Fritz has some pent-up aggression. It scares us.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Time to see if we can upgrade our weapons. Bingo. Aw, we can't upgrade those yet. Boo. Increase the blood drain. Perfect. And now to raise the stakes. Stakes have been raised. And now we take a nap. Alright. How long until I can level you up? Level 14, so probably not for like 2 naps. But we should be able to level this up. I think the other one's 2,000, right? Oh, I already did the level up for 2,000. Oh! Okay then. Sweet. Level up the healing then. As much as I would love to level up my healing even further, let's see what can we do here. Oh, that's 3,000, so not for a while still. I think it's time to level up our general stats first. Stamina increased. Let's go ahead and level up our health. And I think Bite could use a little bit of extra. Actually, let's level up both the 300 base skills. There we go. And we're level 14, which means we should be able to level this up next time. Sweet. So if I get 5,000 experience next time, which we might since we'll be focusing on the docks soon, if I can get 5,000, I should be able to level up those two skills. So that should be good. Let's do this thing. Okay, as of late, the rumors that surround Whitechapel are ripening into facts. In the last 3 months, the police have suspected the district of hosting what might be the heart of London's medicinal black market. Suspicions will remain assumptions, for no task force or additional police presence has been sent to Whitechapel. No large drug stocks have been found, nor no crime lords arrested. Masquerade has only been planned as a desperate attempt to conceal the blatant incompetence of London City's Council's Board of Health, giving the populace a cheap and easy victory while the epidemic spreads more and more each day. Worst of all, when you take the time to review the most recent statistics, you discover that the district of Whitechapel is coping with the disease much better than any other parts of town. Is it a miracle? Evidence of an activity of an illegal but effective medical underground. More proof of the authorities' criminal incompetence. All I know is this. If a Londoner has a better chance of surviving the epidemic by choosing to live in this godforsaken borough, I'm ready to move to any cheap, flea-infested flat some shady landlord will agree to rent me. So they're stable, but because of my killing him, stable is the best it's going to probably get. And you're still healthy. And you're stable because I haven't been there yet. Nobody affected by the shady landlord that got murdered. Wonderful. And we're now level 14. Boys, prepare to die. I got the feeling the Scowls are killing the guys I need to fight. Never mind.
Burn him, boys! Let's see how it likes a bit of fire.
Thanks for the bite. I was feeling a little peckish. Slink right by them and go in for the bite. I'll show you a filthy beast. Yeah, guys, your boss is dead. I think you should reconsider your life decisions. Oh, wait. You don't have any more life decisions, because you are dead. Now that we're level 14, we might be able to take that level 18 scowl sitting in the side. Let's find out. Hello, big boy. Beware the shadows, Scowl. I think he deflected that. Oh, it just doesn't do that much damage to him. Concerning the recruitment of the boys in Whitechapel, I found one, Albie, which is Albert.
I'm sure Albert would like to know he's been accepted by the Wet Boot Boys.
Wasn't looking at that, I wanted to see what level Albert was now. Oh, that's the only secret I have for him. Wow. We'll talk to him later. You guys look like you could use some help. Alright, let's go talk to Lady Ashbury real quick. Dr. Tippets, you're looking awfully delicious today. Got anything good for me, Milton?
Good evening, Doctor.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
More determination.
And that would be a no. I mean, I could get the common handle part, but I need the special ones for my sword. He was already dead. Don't you knock.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmail.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan?
Yes, I am.
All right. Say I trust you. But you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree.
And since a lady always keeps her promises...
I have no questions.
I bid you farewell. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Mainly because we already asked her all those questions. London is rife with death. Seems that there's more vampires even in the higher-ups. What do we got? The stamina vial.
Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Dr. Swansea, what do you got for me?
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
We're facing something new here, Dr. Swansea. Something terrible.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
I have a few leads, but nothing I can share for now. I need more time and more evidence.
I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on the matter.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us.
Oh yes, all in the name of science.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the children of the night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
Not at all.
We'll discuss this more later.
Not at all. Definitely tell him the truth.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I...
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
And now we go to the cemetery, where I need to go anyways for that side quest. Works out perfectly.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Let us... Nope. Trying to remember what level I was at when I did this quest before. I want to say I might have been only at 12. I think we're going the right way. Yeah, we are. Ah, 5 free shillings. Perfect. Hey there, little guy. I think there's a shortcut into the cemetery. Yep. Okay, that's not actually a shortcut. My friend! I'll watch you get eaten. I won't burn the thing. Oh, yes. And now, to feed on you. Your blood is mine. How did he survive that swing? He had, like, no help to begin with. Poor guy. Didn't see it coming.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Now, as I said, even though this is our second playthrough, I will go through the cutscenes because I feel like it screws with the loading time. Hello, Scow. I'm coming, ma'am. But first, I have a question. Do you wash your neck regularly? We're here, ma'am.
What do you want?
You're okay now.
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know. Who were those people? They wanted to kill me. Why?
They've lost their minds in the epidemic. They won't come back for now.
You seem
What do
to
you
know
mean
a
for
lot
now?
about them, sir.
They're
I'm
dead!
Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating this disease.
I am Shaoshun. Thank you so much for helping me, Mr. Reed. I must go to the cemetery.
At least she's healthy. She's level 3 anyways.
Carnage. Is Father Whitaker's disciple among the bodies, I wonder? It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right.
Wonder why that's locked. Who has the key to open it?
This man's far too old to be Samuel. No. By the look of his clothes, this man's a docker. Samuel isn't here. I had better follow the blood trail.
You said follow the blood. Oh, there it goes.
As I feared, Samuel no longer preaches with his word.
Are we surprised? I know I'm not. Nummy, super happy nummy time. Yeah. Group hug. And now we learn about all the terrorism that the two of them did together. And how he was grave robbing in order to give offerings to the church. I think the next thing for that mission is to go back and confront the priest. Yep. Let's give the note to Benjamin this time. Maybe his dad'll get some senses. Sorry there, chum. Brisk blood sample. Ooh. And a new base. Also, I can drop this off. Perfect. Just looking real quick. So what did I need? Oh, that's right. Good handle parts. So both of them, I think, need the blues. Yep. Leave our base. I wanted to see if I can find one of the Braille documents I got later in the game. See how strong the guys are protecting it. Oh yeah? How about you don't like my powers? He doesn't like fire, does he? Thank you for stating the obvious.
It's locked.
Oh, really? Oh, I must have to go through that door later. Okay. We're near where the one Braille document is. But I think I have to get to it from the sewers now. Assuming I can get there. Is the store locked? Was it locked? Not anymore. Which means, if I recall, this is the door that goes right to that room. Perks of a second playthrough. You kind of know where you're going. Ah, they're level 14. We'll be fine. I figured like a lot of the enemies were leveling up per where you are in the story. Whoa, how big are you? Oh, you're only level 16. We got this. I feel kind of mean picking on him since I stabbed him in the back. Okay, now I don't feel bad. He just bit into me. Rude. Rude.
This is Braille.
Braille document number 2.
Read this.
Well, if we got mesmerized level 3, this would be a lot easier. I don't think there's any point to going back that way. Perfect. Documents 2 out of 4 completed. Time to go attend our sister's funeral. I don't think there's a reason to go back that way. Let's go back in through the base. There it is. Time to go to our sister's funeral. Whoa! Dodge that. But again, as you can see, I only got 10 experience for that fight. 10 experience. So worthless. Then again, it puts more emphasis on you, doing the side quests and hints.
Myself to my mother now. I must find a discreet spot to return for the sermon.
Doing the hints as well as, eating people. It was a fun playthrough doing the pacifist playthrough.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he will...
Let's see if it does make me load on this cutscene. It's a long cutscene.
What brings you here?
I thought you could...
A vampire, crying over the death of a loved one. Sounds like a bad joke.
No, Jonathan. She was your sister. And the pain of her death, the hunger that killed her, will stab at you for years. It's important to cry for those you love.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How
How is it possible? Tell me. Is it so easy to take a life every night, and then just smile and nod at those you spare?
Yes, it is. Quite enjoyable, too.
You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Kind of find it funny. We're going to St. Mary's Church to talk about Mary. I'm sure there was some intention behind that. And I'm still only mesmerized too, so there's no point in trying to talk to Mason. Hi, boys.
This one's mine!
I like to point out I did not swing first. He shot first. When they speak of my murderous exploits, remember this moment. I did not swing first. Think of this moment. Remember me as I was, and not what I will become. Yeah, only level 2 mesmerized, so I can't do that yet.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Over there! There's one of them!
Dude, he was on your rear! He was on your rear! Why are you yelling at me for this? Hey, you burned me. I just needed to get my health back from it. That's on you. Now that we're back here, I should be able to give him his cold medication.
Good evening.
And good evening.
Do you need
Maybe
I understand your
the nutrition of my...
Oh, good. You look much better now. 3,000 XP.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Miller.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Well, at least he admits it.
Have you...
I don't know much.
I'll leave you...
Where is Camellia? Where did she go? So I don't know what the point of coming up here is. Must be to, like, view some conversation that happens. Alright, off to church. The priest comes out. I can't come in. The church is quarantined.
The church is shut by order of the...
I have no need for a kind ear.
I've no need for a kind ear. Only a moment of peace in God's house. There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your champion. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed.
Your eyes burn with rage.
Very well, priest.
Open your heart, my son.
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to you?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I'm so sorry, Mary. I promise to find who is responsible for all this. I'll put an end to this horror.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
There. I confessed to that vicar. Do I feel better? Only time will tell.
And now we can speak to the other priest.
Good evening.
His father.
I have found
I found your disciple.
I already expected the worst.
Yes.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause.
Yeah, he made donations to your cause, grave robbing.
Tobias Whitaker, confess why you burnt those people alive.
I have done what no one was...
You're not the savior of London. You're just
Crazy
a glorified
priest.
sadist.
I take no pleasure in this.
You are just another heartless...
No! No.
Almost there.
Why did you send Samuel?
I sent him on a vision.
A laughing queen dressed in blood. Tell me more.
Man, they really do foreshadow the Blood Queen a lot.
The announcement of her return. Against her, science is no more than a child's toy.
But who is she?
She is the mother of harlots.
Your disciple, Samuel, stole from...
No!
There we go. You're dead to me, priest. Well,
I have had an...
not yet. But you'll be dead to me soon. but you'll be oh so delicious.
Good evening, Christy.
Change your...
You got nothing for me, do you?
Goodbye.
Oh, since we're here.
You
Can I offer?
keep your med...
There is a thin line. Goodbye.
I think I healed, yeah, I healed Harry, but forgot to heal his dad. Alright, if I recall, Darius is near, yep, right there. And hopefully, because I took a nap, Nurse Crane is out, so I can buy the drugs from her. Bingo.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Dorothy is all right. If you don't mind...
That's fine.
What can I do for you?
Show me what you have in stock.
Perfect. Thank you, nurse. And now that I no longer need you, goodbye. The problem is if I eat her and I go to sleep, Whitechapel's gone. I'm sure. I mean, we'll find out soon. The hope today, or the hope if not today, because it is getting a little late for me since I have things to grade still, will be to take the person from Whitechapel. Or not Whitechapel, the docks. Go away. It's because I'm looking at her. Okay, so we want to go back to the hospital, so we want to... No, this is the right path, then.
When science fails you.
Yeah, here we go. We're on the right path. Oh, wait. I gotta talk to the dad. Because I have the letter from the wet boys. Where's the dad? Where is your father, Albert? There you are. Gotta get you migraine medication soon anyways.
I'm afraid...
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me.
What all sons wish they could hear their dad admit.
Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
You gave me the worthless cordial? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's right. I already irked him.
A gun?
Hey, Albert. Your dad knows you were trying to join a gang.
How are you?
I'm not your...
Really? I can't talk to him about anything? Gosh, I might as well just drain those two now and be done with it. Except his 390's not going to do anything for me. Might as well at least give him the medication to make him a little bit sweeter to us. But I don't think I can do anything else to level those two up. Unfortunately.
It's one of them.
Uh-oh. Yes, I am. My only real issue with the combat is the fact that, as we figured out over time, oh, it's just them down there, is that the experience, like, as much as the whole choice to keep people alive or not is cool and all, your combat really is more based on the weapons you carry over the experience you have. I mean, yeah, experience is going to help you with your levels to a degree, but by the end of the game, on my first playthrough, I was 10 levels under and still doing phenomenally because of the fact that my weapons were so strong. So, like, is there really a reward for killing people? And he's just tried to do his cross attack. Can't be defeated? Look at your friend behind you. He's bleeding out. Oh yeah, feeling real crushed, buddy. Real crushed. Alright, we have the level 3 medication.
This is despicable.
So what did we need? Migraine. 2 migraines. And then I think Newton also needed a headache. Yep. Oh no, it's Oswald that needs the headache. Perfect. Two migraines and 1 headache. And healing medication for later. Now that our items are organized, we are clear and ready to go. I'll worry about it later, because I gotta get to Mesmerize level 3 anyways, to heal the one guy. The guy that can read Braille. I just hope their disease doesn't get worse. Oh, hi. I didn't even see him. How bad is that? He could have killed me. Well, if I wasn't paying attention and he could one-hit me with a stake through the heart, he could have killed me. But since I don't think that move's possible in this game, he couldn't kill me.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
See, this is the whole thing that I thought the game broke the, like, did a little too much.
I am the land. You are our champion.
Riddles and rhymes. You took my life. Now you insult my mind.
Be still, my child.
What is it you seek?
This age is sick. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something...
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the servant of knowing with iron spur.
But like I said, this whole part just got weird.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
I thought there'd be more convo.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Oh, McCollum. Yeah, your eyes are getting worse, Jonathan. No wonder he fears you.
By the sacred stone, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
The hospital is chaotic as it is. No one will notice a few more bodies.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Poor Miss Brannigan.
You want to restore peace in the hospital again?
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after...
The docks!
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Well, they're not far wrong. The hospital is almost crawling with vampires.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
The sad saint of the East End.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. What on earth happened here?
Oh, there's an eavesdrop. Where are you going, Dr. Tibbets? What the heck is going on? Why do I got the feeling this is all for a extra 150 XP? Oh, I gotta go outside. Although, if it gives me more information about Brannigan, it might be worth doing anyways. What the heck?
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time?
Opium? Heroin? Probably the opium.
That is better. I will make it through one more night.
Oh, this explains why he made the mistakes. And like I said, now that we have more information on him, hopefully he'll give us that last 250 or whatever I'm going to get from Brannigan. Actually, let's talk to Brannigan. Maybe she'll let me know what's the hacks. Oh, it's Pippa.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye.
I was just being polite. I was just saying good evening.
Good evening,
Dr. Reed.
Yeah, I got news to share. How are your drugs?
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shifts. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
I understand the gesture, Doctor. An immediate answer to an emergency situation. But this can't be a long-term solution.
Thank you for your understanding, my dear colleague. And be assured, I have total control of my consumption.
What the heck is Brannigan doing? I think we're in the spot she's supposed to be cleaning.
Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening.
Bingo.
Tell me, Nurse, did you know Dr. Tippett was addicted to medication?
I suspected this behavior for some time, but never dared to ask him about it. Until the day he confessed to me.
Why would he confess to you about his addiction, Nurse Brannigan?
Don't you know you doctors can't hide anything from a nurse? We're always there, even if you don't notice us.
Do you consider yourselves our confessors, Nurse Brannigan?
I wouldn't dare, Dr. Reed. But I'm intrigued. How did you discover Dr. Tippett's secret?
What can I say? I seem to have a knack for discovering secrets.
I'm a vampire.
As well.
Do you approve of his addiction?
Of course I don't approve. But I understand he needs it to fight the exhaustion. Let's hope he'll stop injecting himself once the epidemic is over.
And what if he doesn't?
Then we'll have to convince him to stop. I believe he's still in control of his addiction, for now. But we must remain vigilant.
Man, I'm not going to level her up, am I?
What can you tell me about the...
That Mr. Hampton killed me.
And did you see all?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened.
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
Goodbye, nurse.
Alright, morgue is out there. There we go. Oh, that's a much easier way to get to the morgue.
Good evening, Doctor. Tell me that the regiment...
Oh, that's the...
Can you tell me any...
Oh, goodness me.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones.
Her body being missing.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing.
Yes. The body was brought here this morning. And now it's gone. Who could have stolen a corpse? That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed. Goodbye, Mr. More bodies will arrive and then sadly depart.
Alright, it is 7:30 my time, so I am going to go ahead and end at this point. Let's go ahead and level up again, because I believe Abyss was needing only 2,000 XP. Perfect. So we started level 3. Tomorrow we'll hopefully get through level 3, or chapter 3. I just have, like I said, I have more grading I need to get done today. So thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I will see you again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, where we will continue the shenanigans with Dr. Reed and draining the life from the docks. Should be a wonderful time. Last time we got the docks to go bad. This time, the docks are going away altogether. Until then, thanks for watching. Jiminy Christmas! I figured I'd stay on stream real quick and see what happened with the, Okay, nothing there. I forgot to give him his headache medication. Two migraines are ready. Gosh, fatigue affected him badly. Alright, let me make these real quick just because I will forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least they're all fatigue. Like I said, tomorrow we'll go to the docks and start the draining situation with them.